Help me understand why Anthony Richardson would be the bust and not the Colts general manager, Chris Ballard. Because Anthony Richardson didn't take himself at 4 overall. The Colts did. They took a project that high he had glimpses in college, but you start him week 1. Like I'm just trying to and the kid is 23 years of age, and it feels like the NFL will move on from him.
Yeah, and again, this is not an indictment of Anthony Richardson. I don't know the kid that well. I don't know the ins and outs behind the scenes there, but I will say this in credit to Chris Ballard. I think the best guys in the NFL, whether it's coaches, front office personnel, general managers, when you know you've made a mistake, I think the teams that continue to double down and prolong this experiment end up finding themselves out of work. I think the best organizations understand, you know what? This was a miss. And now this is a big one, right? You take a top 5 quarterback, it sets your franchise back multiple years. But if you continue to push it down the road and said, it's going to change, and I can't admit failure, I can't admit that I was wrong, typically that blows up the entire organization, and there's another general manager there. So I do give him a little bit credit. If behind the scenes, him and Shane Steichen are saying, you know what, we missed. He's not the guy. Daniel Jones gives us a better chance to win. I almost think that's the more difficult decision, and one that if it was even close, Anthony Richardson, just because of his draft pedigree, would be the week 1 starter. So I think we see this all the time in free agency. The Eagles just won the Super Bowl and huffed their big free agent signing from the Jets. They paid $1 bazillion. He didn't play down the stretch. And guess what? This year, they shipped him off for pennies on the dollar to another organization. And Howie Roseman said, you know what? I missed on that one, but we're going to move on. So it's different when it's the quarterback, but the good organizations admit defeat. They admit when they were wrong, and you got to move on.
I think that's really a great point. And I had not thought of that. And maybe that's what the Colts are doing, that, yes, we saw 2 years and he's not our guy. Now maybe you can trade him to somebody, and maybe he could. We're seeing this cycle now far more than we used to. 2 years, maybe 3 years, didn't work out. Now you're going to be a backup, and it's like almost the Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith. Yeah. We'll bring you back around. Maybe it's a better coaching staff. Maybe it's a better team. And maybe Anthony Richardson still has a future.